Web3.
Way up Web3. We have some craziness to talk about today. What is going on? Every day it's something else, guys. JC, what's going on, man?
Man, it is never boring in the crypto space, that is for sure. Glad you're with us. Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good Wednesday morning so far. And yeah,
Great.
let me get the chat up here and we'll get going.
Yeah. Obviously, we are in a great mood, guys. There are a couple reasons for this. If you checked out the thumbnail or clicked on the video, you already know one of the reasons already. Big stuff is happening today, guys. Big stuff. And as usual,
Muna and Ice are here at the start. Good to see you guys.
We're going to start with the bubbles today, guys.
Crypto bubbles. Wow. Crow is still crushing it, up to 25 cents now. So,
damn.
Let's go.
Damn. Yeah. So, hype. We actually just kind of, we were not hyped on hype in our top 50 pick video that just launched yesterday. We just did our picks, but a lot of stuff still up today, guys. A lot of stuff recovered from the kind of the dip that we've been having this week. Things are starting to kind of come back. Crow still moving. JC, do you want to share with the rest of your class your sad story about Crow?
So this is just proof that you have to pay attention, and even if you've been in this space for a long time, you can make a mistake. So I hold my Crow token on the crypto.com.
The rest of your class.
Oh, what was that? That was not you.
That was me.
Ventriloquism.
Sorry.
I hold my Crow token on my crypto.com exchange because I can stake it and earn some yield. So I have the majority stake, but I have some that's loose in case I want to exchange in and out of it. And I thought, Crow is up bigly, so maybe I want to take some profits and roll it into something that is down a lot that I don't think should be down. So I was going to move some Crow over to my Coinbase wallet and exchange it for some Render, because Render is still down for the month significantly. And I was like, okay, cool. So I copied I went to my Coinbase, clicked on the Crow token. Look at that, 88% for Crow. Anyway, clicked on my Crow token, generated my address on Coinbase, went back to crypto.com and copied that address on, and it's Coinbase is an ETH wallet, and obviously they don't support crypto.com's blockchain, or not blockchain, but I need more caffeine. Chain. They don't support the Crow chain, the Kronos chain, which is fine. I wasn't paying attention when I moved my Crow from crypto.com to Coinbase. So on my crypto.com page, I sent it on the Kronos network. That means I cannot access it on Coinbase because Coinbase has it sent to my Ethereum chain.
Yes.
It's still there. It still exists. I can go to Etherscan and type in my address and see my token. I just can't access it to buy, sell, or trade until eventually, I'm sure Coinbase will have a mechanism for linking all chains, or I'll be able to do it at some point in the future, but I can't do it for now. So those tokens, for good or for ill, if Crow goes up to $500, it'll be great because I won't have access to it. So anyway,
but
just pay attention, guys.
Really careful, especially when you're bridging assets. Bridging can be one of the most complicated things to do in crypto.
You just have to pay attention. It's easy to do. It's not difficult. It just involves making sure you're moving on the same chain. And
that's the thing I think a lot of people have a hard time understanding at first is you can send the same cryptos on different chains.
Yes.
And it gets very confusing. One thing I want to bring up just because I think it's hilarious because we crapped all over Mantle ETH or Meth. Mantle's up 50% for the month. That was on our video. And OKB pumping as well for the
It
month.
didn't pump. It just did a reverse split.
Well,
That's
yeah,
not like they just burned their supply, and so
that's
they're
the reason that's pumping. But it's funny because meth or mantle ETH for those of you
Meath.
Meath. Maybe it's pronounced Meath, and we're the ones in the wrong. But so essentially, it is Ethereum on the Mantle network. So it's a lot of tokens can be wrapped onto a different network, and it's just important that you pay attention, as JC said, because that's a mistake that a lot of people make in the beginning, and it's a rough one to make.
It's not like I said. Nothing is ever lost on the blockchain. You
Yeah.
just may not be able to access it. All these people are like, "Oh no, I lost my private keys." You know, people that lost their paper Bitcoin seed phrases from 2011. Their
That
Bitcoin
Bitcoin's
still
still there.
exists. It's still in
Yeah.
that wallet. They just can't access it. So that's where I'm at. Ice says, check out the weekly on Arrow and Link. I just saw that Arrow was up 50% on the week, even though we had. I'm sorry. Did you say week or month? Month on the month.
All right, let's be clear here. We put Chainlink in A tier, okay? Chainlink is still a great project, all right?
Ice wants to fight about that.
Yeah, he is not happy that Chainlink. And you know what? I will concede. I'll concede right here on the live stream that yes, Chainlink probably could have been an S tier. It could have been, but it wasn't. We put it in A.
Yeah.
Too late to go back.
If you watch the video, you saw there were several projects. We were like, is it a B plus, an A minus? I think Link is an A plus, S minus. But if it does everything it's supposed to be, if it does everything it's supposed to be, and actually is a link between the chains, like maybe we'll talk about Google here in a little bit, and maybe that's what they're trying to do. But if Chainlink really does all that it's set out to do, it will for 100% be an S tier crypto. But I don't think it's there yet. That's why I left it in the A.
We're gonna get so much heat for that. Chat's
Oh yeah, Ice is still mad. I love it.
All right, guys. But for now that we've successfully, just droned on and just completely gone off topic, there is some really exciting news happening today, guys. Me and JC both woke up to this, and I was not expecting this. This is a pretty huge deal. As we know, Google has already been involved in a lot of stuff. It's involved in a lot of blockchains. It's involved in Hedera on the governing council. But Google looks like it saw the technology and now it wants to do its own thing. So this is going to be really, really interesting. Yeah, that was my exact face this morning, guys. Like,
Google is building a private and centralized blockchain. Private and centralized. That's exactly what crypto was built for, right?
Yeah. I love that so much. Private centralized blockchain. Yeah, we need to we'll get into it a little bit, but yes. It looks like Google has stepped into the race from creating blockchains with its new universal ledger. It's called the Google Cloud Universal Ledger. And yeah, guys, it's not a ton to talk about. It is a blockchain, and but for lack of a better term, it's not exactly built the way blockchains are supposed to be built.
Right. It's designed for the financial institutions who do require privacy and centralization type stuff. So this is still in private testing. This is nowhere near launch. But you can see right here, this is from Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. Oh, wait a minute, that's today. So this is new stuff. But I did want to, here's the overview of it. It's its own blockchain. It's private testing. It's a layer one. It's not built on anything. It's not built on ETH or Ripple or anything. It's its own blockchain. They made their own. It is private. It is centralized. They're looking at compliance, APIs. If you know what that means, that's for the financial guys. And yeah, they're using Google Cloud. They are the largest storage provider in the world. So there you go. It's about payments, settlements, digital asset management in the financial sector. You can see right here. But yeah, so he just shared this. The head of strategy, Web3 strategy for Google, just shared it yesterday. So that's why we're talking about it today. We do try and pay attention to what's going on, so that you don't have to pay attention to everything. You can just come here and get some highlights. Here you go. This is the important part right here. So layer one acts as a neutral layer for banks and payment providers. It's not for you and me. It's just for the big boys, because they have certain regulations in the financial market that they have to follow, and that's fine. Obviously, there are other projects that are doing similar stuff, but this is their point. Tether's not going to use Circle's blockchain, like USDT, which that's kind of a dumb statement if you ask me, because I'm pretty sure USDT is not a blockchain and USDC is not a blockchain. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Reptar.
Sorry, I was actually just reading the chats from ICE. No, that is absolutely correct. And also, just to address the chat, yeah, the reason a lot of these real world asset coins and ISO 22 tokens that we'll talk about here in a second, they haven't pumped yet, is because everyone's still positioning.
Regs.
These laws are
regs.
being written. Yeah, these they're trying to get their buddies in, and their families in. So it's like these laws are still being set up, the regulations still being set up. We might not see a major pump until October, to be honest, guys, but it is still coming. Yeah, go ahead, JC.
I was just gonna say, like, I have a problem with this concept, from this guy from Google. Tether won't use Circle's blockchain. Tether and Circle don't have blockchains. They are tokens that work across blockchains. You can use USDT on ETH, Polygon, Solana, XRP. Like, they don't have their own blockchain. So I'm afraid that this guy doesn't exactly know what he's talking about with that statement. You can say ETH won't use Polygon's blockchain, but they do.
I mean,
Although Polygon is a layer 2. Does ETH can you send ETH on Solana? I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, I mean,
you may have to do something like wrapping it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Be wrapped or something. I think while that might not be like,
maybe just use the wrong word.
I think that they are their own blockchains. I'm not sure. I don't like stable coins. I don't use stable coins. If I'm gonna have my money in cash, then it's in cash. It's not in a crypto that represents cash. To me, it's just totally backwards. I understand their purpose, don't get me wrong, but I think he's just making the point more like, we want this to be our own thing. But I think that goes against the whole nature of blockchain. It's supposed to be open source, decentralized,
Well, you got to know that the big boys, I guess, if you need to make use of the technology, and blockchain technology can be used for whatever you want it for. So yeah, you just take it and go, okay, this is the tech. I'm going to use it in this space, and I'm okay with that. It's just that I'm looking at this.
I don't know. To me, the biggest thing about crypto is decentralization. Like, that's one of the biggest things. So if one entity controls it, then I almost don't. It's hard for me to trust it. I know it's used for private industry, so it's not like every average person needs to trust it or invest in it or whatever. But I don't know.
Maybe if they were trying to say token, Tether won't use Circle's token. That would make more sense to me.
Yeah, but now are we going to see every single company create their own blockchain now? Like, is that what's going to happen? Or are we just
no? But I do know this: many of the big banking institutions are going to create their own stablecoins for use within their ecosystem. Like, JP Morgan will create JP token or whatever. And while Citibank is not going to use JP token, this is one of the arguments that I hear a lot about the XRP ledger, and maybe this is what the Google ledger is also looking to do, is like when these big financial institutions, they make their own stable coins in their private and secure servers that they can send back and forth in their own little branch off blockchain, if you will, then they can transfer assets within their own ecosystem just by moving around their own stablecoin. But like I said, Chase Bank is not going to use Citibank's stablecoin, but perhaps the Google Ledger or XRP Ledger I know has been angling for this. If they can facilitate the, hey, you know what, I have these assets and we value them in city token. Well, we're gonna exchange our city token for I don't know what Google's gonna do, so I'll use Ripple. Ripple USD, which is pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar, so whatever that value exchange is, and then they transfer the USD stablecoin on the Ripple ledger, and then the other bank can convert it to their local internal tokens. Well, I mean that's one possibility, and I don't blame Google for trying to get into that space. So who knows?
It's really going to be difficult, or it's difficult for me to understand right now if this is a good thing or a bad thing. It's obviously a good thing for the markets.
Sure,
It shows adoption. It's bullish.
it's a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah,
Remains to be seen if it's good or bad. No.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I guess we'll see. Ice again in the chat. Yes. Stable coins offer pretty high APR. You can get like 6 to 8%. If you're holding your money in cash, stable coins are a great way to go. I don't think I'm going to be selling as much this cycle.
The only danger I see, and this is a risk no matter where you park your money. If someone else is holding your money, either real or digital, there's always the risk that you won't be able to access it. Just like we talk about it all the time. If you have $100,000 in the bank and you're like, holy crap, I need to take that money out. The bank's like, we don't have it right now. You're gonna have to wait a few days.
Yeah.
So that's if you're getting, and I agree with you, Ice, that holding USDC on an exchange that will give you 6 to 8% is way better than holding US dollars in your bank account giving you 0.6%. So just the only thing I would ever caution anyone to be aware of is the fact that if your money is on an exchange, that exchange holds your money, right? Common sense. If you give the exchange your money to hold, the exchange holds your money.
Yep. I just actually had to set up a Coinbase account with a few of my friends, and I was trying to explain that to them because of what happened when GameStop, where Robinhood shut off trading because the price was going too high. They didn't have the liquidity to pay everyone that was going to try and sell, and that's a huge risk. And that's why DeFi, decentralized finance, is really kind of like I'm a big supporter of, because I don't like the idea of these entities saying, oh, you can trade this right now because it's trading lower. Oh no, they have control of everything in your funds. So I think anything centralized, I'm pretty anti, and anything decentralized, I think, is the fairest thing you can get in this industry. So it's
Ice makes a good point. I believe you can hold your USDC in a cold wallet and sign the contract. So I'm fairly certain I can put my USDC in my Ledger wallet. That has nothing to do with XRP Ledger. It's just called the Ledger wallet. It's a cold storage wallet where I keep control of all of my tokens, and I believe I can do that, Ice. I think
no, you 100% can. I meant more like the idea of just leaving it in US dollar.
Oh no, I'm just referring to a way to.
It's still pegged to the dollar.
Yeah,
is what I mean. So yes, you're holding USDC, but you're still holding dollar, which inflation. So I'm not a huge fan of stable coins for that reason, because the whole point of buying crypto is to not have your money in dollars. But I understand, when people sell, after the blow off top, obviously you got to put it in something. I'm one of those people that are going to be leaving most of it in crypto this cycle. So
we've said this before, but I would like to keep at least 50% of my current holdings where they are in crypto, and sell a max of 50% and then use that to buy back in at the bottom or towards the bottom of the bear market if I can.
Because we're at a point now where so much adoption is happening, we might not correct as heavy as we have in the past. Obviously, there's still going to be a bear market, but JC, can we pull up the thing for the next topic today? Speaking of which, all of the banks, the Fed has gone all in. They have officially agreed to start to bring in the ISO 20022 standard.
Oh crap! I closed the wrong one. Yep. Let me pull that right back up.
Okay, no worries. But yeah, guys, the federal government and the Treasury of the United States are all reshaping the financial system. They are bringing in all of these different coins that we've talked about on the show before. Algorand, HBAR, XLM, XRP. There's a few other ones in there too. Stellar, that are all basically going to be reshaping the entire banking system. And they've officially kind of, put some legislation through. They have some other things that are still about to be passed. But this is coming, guys. We talked about this on the show yesterday. Little things like, the Gemini card coming out with their XRP card. Think about how small of a thing that is, but how big of a deal it is. People are going to see on a debit card the XRP logo next to MasterCard. That gives them confidence in its ability to be a banking entity, so
yeah. And they are actually funding. They have provided a loan to Gemini, as Gemini is going to be launching their IPO soon. Ripple Labs is funding that with a loan of RLUSD. So anyway, this is I was searching for. I had seen some posts on X saying the Federal Reserve confirms they're using XRP, and that's not exactly true. The Federal Reserve has confirmed, look at the top there, that FedWire Fund Service is fully migrated to ISO 20020, whatever the ISO standard. Ta-da! Right there. See? That does not mean.
What does that mean?
That means that
for us layman people.
Yeah. What does that mean? So that's the new messaging system for Swift. You can see right here. It's See, not a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal that they're moving to that. The reason it's a big deal for us in the crypto space is there are tokens that are already ISO compliant. So that puts them in the lead for being involved in this messaging system. The Swift messaging system is the means by which people, including me and you, and also big banks and big financial institutions and big institutions, send money around the world. It is a messaging system that conveys all the data. It doesn't actually, it's not the actual transfer. The money is physically transferred over wires, over the internet, just like any information is transferred over the internet. Your email is transferred over the internet. It's enabled by the TCP/IP. That protocol is what sends the message, is what the message is formatted in, but it's not like electrons carry, information. But this is the new messaging system, and there you go.
And it's huge because, guys, what it means is, I love the post where they said they're all humming in sync. Like, these technologies have not only been implemented, but are now being used officially.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing's really changed, but everything has changed.
And the reason this is important, this specifically, is FedWire is how the Federal Reserve sends money. The Federal Reserve has nothing to do with the United States government. The Federal Reserve is a private bank started by 6 individuals on behalf of the wealthiest people in the world in the early 1900s.
Yeah,
so
that's why. But the U.S. Treasury is also, very interested in crypto. They're talking about a Bitcoin reserve. A lot of stuff is going on, but yes, that is a good distinction to make because this is very much the banks, guys.
The Federal Reserve is the central bank that holds all the money that funds the United States. That's why one person controls whether or not the interest rates in the United States go up or down. You would think the government of the United States would do
why does the U.S. government not want to do self-custody? Might have something to do with all the debt that they're in.
Yeah. Of course, someday we
But
need
no,
to get into the conspiracy that Bitcoin was created by the U.S. government to get themselves out of debt. That's a fun one.
oh well, it's working.
Hopefully, we'll see.
It's working, and you know what? Maybe that was the only option because when you're that far in debt, you got to come up with something, I guess. But,
Yeah. And then we've got one more story for you today that is also interesting and positive for us. Boom. Yesterday at the cabinet meeting, the U.S. Secretary of Commerce says the department will start issuing statistics on the blockchain. Like we often forget that blockchain technology is not just a cryptocurrency thing. Blockchain is a method of storing, confirming, and keeping data.
and look at him; he's trying to explain that to both of them, and they're both just like, "Yep, yep,
Yeah.
that makes sense." Yep. kind of like everybody on the stream right now. No, but guys, that's a very
Now,
the main takeaway from all of this is this technology is being utilized by the biggest corporations.
the United States government is now using and putting data on the blockchain, which is a good start because blockchains are unchangeable.
except for Google's, which is going to be private and centralized, so they can do whatever they want with it.
I guess. I don't know if you can program. Well, I don't know. Maybe you could program it to be editable, but I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the thing that's worrisome to me. But again, guys, I could be being a total, decentralized.
Given the last 5 years of our lives, the difference between a conspiracy theory and a fact is about 6 months. So
okay, guys, go watch the newest video. Thank you for showing up for the live stream. We need to do a conspiracy theory video next. Like 100%. The World Economic Forum, saucer swap, and the aliens involved in reverse engineering government planes and stuff. We'll get into all of the crazy stuff. Satoshi being the CIA, creating Bitcoin to get themselves out of debt. That's a great one. Is there gold in Fort Knox still, guys? We have a million.
I thought we were supposed to get an audit of Fort Knox. What happened to that?
Yeah, weird that never happened.
Here we go. ICE brought this up.
Till crypto pumps and they buy more gold, and then they can audit it.
Yeah, ICE just brought this up, and I'll share it with you. This is my brother from another mother, all in crypto. Got the black shirt just for him today. Not really, but yeah, this happened yesterday. HBAR. Look at this. HBAR and NASA.
No big deal. They know they're going to the moon. They're flexing at this point.
Yeah. They're physically and
thank you guys for sharing because I did not see this yet today. This is very, very interesting.
As part of their contract led, NASA is exploring utilizing HBAR DLT for applications in aerospace. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this.
I
don't even know what that means, but I love it.
No, dude. HBAR is like it's the amount of things it's involved with and doing.
Oh, sorry, that was Mr. Gray. Yeah, Mr. Gray brought up HBAR NASA. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I know. You guys are both Mr. We got Mr. Mark and Mr. Gray. But no, it's
ladies, he's not that Mr. Gray.
I am not. I have never been more bullish on a project. I am as bullish on HBAR as JC is on XRP right now.
I am almost as bullish on HBAR as I am on XRP.
It's what in the real takeaway is they're all ISO 2022 tokens. So those are the chosen ones that are going to already doing things and going to do well in the future. Yeah, they have larger market caps. Yeah, they're not going to move as much as, maybe Pepe or Sheeb on a random 300% pump one day and then completely dump to the floor the next. But, if you're in it for the technology, if you're in it to find good projects that you can hold for the next few years and really, take care of yourself, these are the ones. These are the ones that are doing.
If I told you in 1998 to buy Apple stock, that's where we are, guys.
It's exciting, man. We're in some exciting times right now. I'm here for it. But yeah, guys, that is all that we have for you today. NASA's going to the moon. Google's making its own blockchain, and the government is putting everything together for the new financial system. I mean, what else do you want? To the moon.
I want number go up now. That's what I want.
Number go up now. Yes, we're still waiting for a rate
I want
cut.
XRP to 10,000. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask?
Send our projects to the moon.
Hey,
please.
can I have HBAR to 100?
Well, HBAR is already going to the moon. Yes, $100 HBAR. Oh my, could you imagine?
I can imagine. Yeah.
Guys, tell us what you would do with if HBAR hits $100 in the chat, please.
Yeah. We're waiting. We'll wait.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all you OGs that show up for the for the live chat, and for those of you guys that are watching later on, definitely go check out some of our other videos. We just launched our top 50 cryptos ranked video, already doing pretty well.
Pissing off our community members and the whole world. It's good.
Yeah. And we also have we're also going to be having a ton of content coming out here soon, and we will be back tomorrow.
Ice says he has about 20K HBAR, so if it went to 100, that would be $2 million. Yeah, that'd be great.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
It's a good start.
$2 million. You can do a lot with $2 million.
Yeah, we just need debt free, but we also need this. This is what we need to happen by the end of the year. All the rates come in. We get 3 rate cuts, and then all the ETFs get approved, and then like November, mid-December, we need to get and I'm going to fulfill my promise that there will be no capital gains taxes on crypto profits.
That's the big one. That needs to happen. That will send it, because right now in some states it's as high as 30%, 40% even. Like,
unless you're in California, and then you're getting 60% of your money taken away from you. So
yeah, it's disgusting. Don't go to California.
Exactly right, Ice. That gets me FU money. I love that. So what movie is that from? It's John.
I actually shared that.
Yeah, it's John Goodman. What's the name of that movie?
Yeah, I actually forgot the movie, but I shared a clip of that on the Alpha Origins TikTok.
Yeah.
So I'll share that in the chat for you. I'll share that in the Discord for you guys that are in the chat. But it was a funny one.
That allows you to make decisions from a position of FU.
Yeah, it sets you up for the rest of your life, is what it does. And that's what this is about, guys. It's not only about financial freedom, it's about real freedom. And that's kind of, the reason a lot of us are in crypto in the first place. So.
The Gambler. Thank you, Ice.
Oh, that's right. It was from, yep. With Mark Wahlberg. Oh,
yeah.
So
good stuff.
So good.
Hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. If you're joining us tonight in about 10 hours and 16 minutes at game night, we'll see you then. Hop in our Discord. Come play games with us. We'll talk some more, specifically probably about the crypto gaming space tonight. Talk about the Alpha Origin NFT project. Maybe we'll do some rewards for our holders tonight. And that's all I got to say about that.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every week on Wednesday, we have a game night giveaway event in the Discord. So join us, guys. It is a lot of fun, a lot of degeneracy, and you guys get to play some games. So,
yep.
Fun.
Have a good Wednesday. Stuff. Thanks for being here, guys and gals.
Yeah.
And purple giraffes.
Purple hat.
Bye.